welcome to another video. We're out here on the AT today doing a long run with some climbing, mountain climbing here. So we're gonna start here at the Rocky Run shelter. There's just a couple hundred, maybe 100 meters here of just nice, easy trail. And then we're gonna climb. So today I brought my poles. Go ahead and lock these in. I really like these. Not a sponsor or anything. Just really like these Leckies. So nice with these, I think they call it shark bite technology or something. And yeah, just really like them. So I just finished my warm up. If you're just getting started with me, you may want to go back and do the warm up. Make sure you're ready to conquer this mountain, because it is gonna be a while. We're gonna climb maybe 1,500 feet over, I think it's about 2 or 3 miles, something like that. So I'm just gonna start slow running here. When I try to keep my heart rate under control as I climb this, I want to work on my strength and my climbing technique, and I can't do that if I'm trying to go too fast or I'm too tired. So yeah, I'm just gonna start climbing here. If you did watch the warm-up, you may recognize this a little bit. We just kind of left off here. So just climbing. So this is really technical through here. No, I mean medium technical probably. So I don't want to be going too fast or anything. Like I said, try and keep that heart rate under control. So yeah. All right. But yeah, just keep going here. Actually gonna adjust camera just a sec. I'm hitting it with my poles. Let's see if I can get it a little better here. All right. So we'll give that a try. Actually, let me bump that up just a hair. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So if you didn't do the warm-up, just a quick summary. I'm out here doing my weekend long run. And my primary goal today is to run until I get about 1,000 meters of elevation gain. And so that's why we're out here climbing this mountain. And so I think what I'm gonna do, take this up to the top. So this video will be just a climb. So if you're following along on a bike or a treadmill, you might want to put some incline on. Otherwise, just follow along as you go. Main thing is strong, good form. And I want to try to keep moving. It's so cold out here right now, even though I've got a bunch of layers on, that I think if I stop for too long I'll get cold. So I'm just gonna keep moving. Maybe not running the whole time, but moving. And that's important. So here we go. Run this non-technical bit for sure. All right, time for steps. So I think I mentioned it at the beginning, but we're on the Appalachian Trail, or AT, in Maryland today. And we started back at that shelter, and now we're climbing up to a spot called Lamb's Knoll, which has a beautiful overlook to the east. So we're running south. You can see the trails are pretty technical, like medium technical in my opinion. There are more technical runs I've done where there's no dirt, all kind of jagged rocks and roots. But this is still challenging. So, see, just power hiking up, nice and easy, staying warm. Oh. So, why am I power hiking and not running this? If I say I'm an ultra runner, well, if you're new to ultra running, the running part of it is a little bit of a misnomer, I think. The elites, the top of the top, they could probably run this no problem. They would have no problem running this. They've got lots of practice and they're very strong runners. Me, I'm not. I am an amateur. I do this for fun as a hobby. So, said towards the end of the warm-up, I would talk a little bit about my ultra running. So first, why? That's usually the first question I get. Why? Why do you run so far? Well, I think it's fun. I think it's interesting and challenging to push myself harder and further than I ever thought I could. So I started doing this. I did my first ultra in 2018. Just a nice, flat, easy, local 50K, 31 miles. And so if you've ever run a 5K, 10 of those. So you might be able to imagine it if you've never done any, marathons or further. And I fell in love with it. I loved it. I thought the trail running was so cool. Thought everybody was so nice. The community's amazing. I liked that I got real food during the race, right? I'd run many marathons prior to that, and they only give you Gatorade. Maybe if you're lucky, you get some energy gels along the way or something. And they were crowded, very crowded, and almost never pretty. At least the ones I did. Just running through a city or town or something on a road. Like, whatever. And a lot of them are flat. Like, like of the major marathons of the world, London, Berlin, New York, Chicago, etc. Austin, of course. You know, like the steepest one, or the most hilly one, only has, I don't know, maybe 600, 1,000 feet over the marathon. And we're gonna do that over like 2 miles today. You know, gotta get up and see some stuff, earn it. Not that I earn it, you know, in the, like, I'm not like hardcore, like, oh, can't have nice things unless you work, you know, earn it or something. Like, I get it, but it does feel better. It's more fun, you know, to have those nice things if you did earn it yourself. You know, I'm just imagining like taking a cable car up this mountain or something versus hiking or running this. I think there's, you know, a different perspective when you earn it in the, you know, through adversity and challenge. So anyway, so yeah, I did the 50K. Running took me almost double my marathon time for 5 more miles, but I loved it so much. I felt so good at the end. And so now I climb, and I'm running and ultra marathons. I've done, let's see, the furthest I've done was a race called Cloud Splitter. Did the 100K version, which is officially actually 69 miles. So about 10% further than a 100K. And it took me 22 and a half hours to run it, but oh, it was glorious. That was a beautiful race. Unfortunately, it's not held anymore, or I'd do it again. Across the road here. All right, that was a nice climb. I'm gonna go a little further. You can see the mountain looming in the distance there that we're gonna get to the top of here eventually. So this is nice and runnable. A little icy up here, so we're gonna be careful. Poles will help with that. So even though we're not climbing, still gonna use the poles. So it's about 30 degrees right now, I think. Slight wind. So it feels more like maybe 25 Fahrenheit. And we had about 3 or 4 inches of snow 2 days ago, and then it was 50 degrees for 2 days. That's how the weather is around here sometimes. And so a lot of it melted, but you know, obviously in the trees here, not as much melted. We're in the shadow of the mountain a little bit. So we just got to be careful on these icier parts that have refrozen. So nice little break there, not technical. Good run. Now we're gonna climb a bit again. Still taking it easy. Want to stay strong. Try and run what I can here. The last thing I want to do is get hurt all the way out here, break a leg or an ankle. That would really suck. They'd have to have people come rescue me. And I don't think that would be very nice of me to ask them to come do that. Fortunately, the road's not too far back that way. Back behind me. Say that way. You don't know what that way is. Alright, climbing again. Icy, rocky here. Using my poles. Going slow. I like to do this technique while I'm walking is just plant the poles and then use my triceps, back muscles to kind of steady and pull myself up and along, kind of help my legs out a little bit. And it's not much per step. You multiply this by, thousands of steps, tens of thousands of steps that you might do in a race, and it really adds up. So I'm practicing with the poles and getting used to them again. I've used them for about 3 years now. But during the winter, when I kind of don't run as far or as hard or come out to the mountains every weekend, I don't really use them. So I kind of fall out of practice. And so we're going to get used to them again. If you've never used poles before, just make sure you get the ones that are the right height for you. And then just practice, There's a couple of videos out there from some ultra runners. I think I watched one from Kilian Jornet or somebody like that. One of the elites, and how they use poles. Kind of learn the basics. And then you just practice. That's all there is, practice. Okay, nice little level spot here. I'll kind of jog it out, run it out. All right, back to technical climbing here. Up, up, up. And so, back to my history a bit. Did first Ultra 2018, 50K, did a couple more 50Ks. And then, I don't know, I just kept going. Said, can I do 50 miles? Can I do 100K? I haven't done a 100 miler yet. Maybe one day, maybe not, I don't know. I'd like to, but that's not my goal for this year. So my goal for this year is to complete Transalpine run in Europe. So if you're not familiar with what that is, follow the trail to the left here. I see this little animal track off there. So if you're not familiar with what Transalpine Run is, it's a staged race. So it's not continuous. Each day you start and finish. There are a few staged races around the world. Some pretty famously challenging ones like Marathon des Sables. A couple documentaries about that one. But Transalpine Run, it's in Europe, so you're running the European Alps, and you run from this year, so it's a little different every year based on the trail conditions and things like that. But this year, you start in Western Austria, in Lech, and then you're going to run from there to Switzerland over the mountains, and from Switzerland to Italy over the mountains over 7 days. It's about 250 kilometers. about 160 or 170 miles, if I did my math right. And each stage varies. So the shortest stage is a 10-kilometer stage, 6 miles approximately, with about, try to remember, I think it's like 1,500 meters. So 10 kilometers with 1,500 meters of climb. So it's quite steep. That's the shortest stage. Oh, by the way, that has a 3-hour cutoff, so you can't slack on that one. You need to be, going faster than 2 miles an hour on average the whole way, which going uphill is challenging. So that's why part of the reason I'm out here doing mountains. Build up that strength, be able to sort of run that, or at least make cutoff. And then the other stages, I think most of them are about 22 to 25 miles with, anywhere between, I think, about 1,500 to 2,000 climb. And then, so it's downhill. I'm going to try to run. And the longest stage is 50K with 3,000 feet climb, maybe, something like that. Anyway, it's all available online if you're interested in looking it up, learning more. This is 20th anniversary of the race. Started in 2005, so I'm really excited to do it. It looks stunning, and as I was talking about earlier, you climb up to these views that many people never see because it is so far up. You gotta climb and get there. I am not sure about the technicality of the trails. Hoping they're a little less technical than this. But, it's hard to tell from people's pictures or race reviews a lot of times. So, yeah, I'm just climbing up. Wonder if we'll see anybody else on the trail today. Haven't really I've seen a couple footprints, human footprints in the snow, so just don't know which way they were going right now because they're all kind of faded. So they might have even been from yesterday or day before that. I know, because it's so cold right now, it's not a popular time to be out on the AT. Alright, this is not too steep, so we're just gonna run. So when I run, I like to alternate my pulls, which, stabilize one arm at a time, kind of opposite of the leg. And we're just going nice and easy. I can tell my heart rate and my effort is still kind of high. So I don't want to go too hard. So I don't want to get hurt out here. And I also don't want to ruin my training by pushing too hard. Right? I don't want to have to take next week off or anything because I went too hard this week. So, still plenty of time. Transalpine is not until September. And my next race, which is in West Virginia mountains, southern West Virginia, it's not until May first weekend of May. So, plenty of time to train. It's only February. So we can practice on these really nice long climbs. So yeah, if I look at my heart rate, I mean, I'm up at 138, is what it said. I'm not even moving that fast. Just mostly power hiking this. So we're going maybe, let's see what it tell me, about 22 minute pace. So a little less than 3 miles an hour. All right, nice runnable section again here. Just gonna pick it up, kind of move it along. Like I said, if you're following along at home on a treadmill or a bike, you know, go with what's comfortable. But it's supposed to be a long run, so, you know, I want to be like 4 or 5 on your effort. So if 10 out of 10 is like all out sprint, you're trying to win like a 1 mile race or a 100-meter race, you know, whatever. That's your 10 out of 10, right? So hard, your lungs hurt, muscles ache, everything burns. You're above lactate threshold, you know, high zone 4, maybe zone 5 on your heart rate. This run, trying to do like a 4 or a 5, so like half of that, you know, in terms of how it feels. So I don't want to hit lactate threshold. Sorry, I had to look up for a second. The trail is all covered in ice here. It all looked the same. I had to find the markers, the white markers. And so for me, you know, that's like zone 2, zone 3 on heart rate, though it depends on what we're doing. And we're just kind of going. So I still have such a long way to go. I don't want to push too hard. Speaking of, it's time for nutrition. So I took a little nutrition right when I started the warm-up. So we're gonna do a little more, especially while it's kind of easy to walk along here. So let's pull out, I want to do one of these. So I've got one of these Never Second C30 berry flavors. You don't need water with these or anything. Let's see. So it's 30 grams of carbs, 120 calories, and nothing else. So just go ahead and hold my poles and get this in so I can keep going for as long as I need to today. Still climbing. There's a lot of animal footprints out here today. It's like all sorts of different critters. All right. Put my trash away. Back in, pack out. Leave no trace sort of stuff. Get a little sip of water. I haven't really drank enough water, I think. There we go. So, given the weather we've had, I'm surprised there's no deadfall out here. No dead or down trees that I've had to climb over yet. So that's a plus. All right, let me lock my poles back in here. So as I was talking about at the beginning of the video, these Lek used to have this shark bite here. So you can, and then there's a loop on the glove. I don't know if you can see that. You slide that in there, and you can do this, you know, while you're going, and then that clicks in, and you're locked in. There you go. And I like that a lot because it takes the weight and it puts it into your wrists instead of your hands so much, which helps a lot when you're doing this. I also like it because as I'm going, I don't have to like really hold on to the pole, you know. I can just kind of let it loosely sit in my hand. I can rely on those loops and these gloves to take the weight and the grip. So I just gotta kind of control the poles, but not grip them, not hold them real tight, which saves energy also. All right. Still climbing. Let's see how far we've climbed. Since I started my run, we've climbed 1,200 feet. So we're getting there. Getting there very nicely. Let's see, how long have I been running for? Or moving for, I should say. About an hour. So that's really good. I like that. 1,000 feet an hour. I'm trying to get 3,000 feet or 1,000 meters today. That's great. All right, nice runnable. Let's get moving again. Ooh. Let's pick it up a little bit. Pick it up a little bit. Not too much. I don't want to get hurt. This is pretty runnable. I like this. Just gotta be careful on this ice. Some people call the AT the Green Tunnel. Maybe through that section you can see why. Even though it's winter, there's just so much, so many plants that are just crowding in on it here. So, yeah, keep on moving here. We're almost to the top. Oh yeah, almost to the top. Leveling off a bit. I can look up. I don't see the trees. Keep going, you know. Ah. A little bit more. A little bit more, stay with me. Ooh, keep putting down that power to the legs. Use all your muscles. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Still going. Still going. There we go. Leveled off a bit. It's like one more little hill. Just some rocks. Rocks to climb over. Alright. Don't want to fall there. Almost did. Poles saved me. One of the reasons I really like the poles. Having 4 feet is way better than 2. At least for this sort of stuff. Alright. Alright. So I think we summited. So now we just gotta get to the overlook out here. I'm just gonna take this a little bit easy. I don't want to trip and fall downhill here. Alright, this looks runnable. This looks runnable. I'll jump here. Oop, down we go. If you were following along, we're still going easy. It's just downhill, so it's easier. You know, maybe a 4% grade, something like that. Just kind of rolling along here. Enjoying this after all that hard work climbing. Enjoy this, enjoy this. This is why I like this so much is, you know, you work so hard, you put in so much training, but even the training is fun. Another runner out here. Hey, good morning. Huh? I'm good. How are you?
Good. I like your jacket.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, is it an Arcturus?
No, this was outdoor research.
Oh, OR. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
We match so.
We do.
What's your name?
I'm Dylan.
Dylan, nice to meet you. I'm Spice.
Hi, Spice. Nice to meet you.
You're doing a run.
I am.
How far are you going?
So I'm trying to get elevation mostly. So
Okay.
3,000 feet total
Oh,
today.
that's awesome.
Hoping it'll take me about three and a half hours or so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it just came up from the inn.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Are you staying at the inn?
No. So I live east of here,
Oh.
over in Howard County.
Yeah, I know what that is. I'm the chef at the inn. I
Oh,
asked.
okay.
Super cool.
Nice.
Are you filming at the moment?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. No, I could cut whatever, so
Alright, that's
no worries.
awesome.
Yeah,
So why are you trying to get? Oh, I see Burt Run on your hat.
yes,
You must be an ultra marathoner.
yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, how about you?
Yes. Have you done the JFK?
No.
Why?
It's expensive.
It
No,
is expensive.
it's expensive. Yeah, I've heard it's worth it. And yeah, you start somewhere out here and run to
At the
DC, right? Yeah, at the end.
No, you don't
Oh.
run to DC. So you start at the inn,
Uh-huh.
you run up that road,
Okay.
you get on the AT, you follow that all the way out to Weaverton,
Okay.
you drop off at Harper's Ferry,
And
and
then-
then you take the C&O Canal for a marathon.
Okay.
You end up in Williamsport.
Oh,
and
cool.
It's 50 miles. It's
Nice.
just like a horseshoe.
Okay. Yeah. No, right now I'm actually training for a Transalpine run.
What is this?
Okay, so it's from Austria to Italy
Oh my gosh.
over the Alps, the European Alps. So
How far is that?
250K,
Okay, 250K. So what is that like?
170-ish miles.
That is badass.
Yeah, so it's staged.
I
It's
was
not
about to ask,
continuous.
is it
Yeah.
staged?
Yeah,
Okay,
not
so
continuous.
It's an aggregate of your time.
So every day is like its own. Yeah, so overall there's an overall winner, and then it's stages. So each day there's a start and a finish and cutoffs,
That's cool.
and every day there's a winner for each stage. You know,
Oh
so
my gosh, that's
yeah.
so rad. When is it?
September. So
Okay.
yeah, plenty of time to train in the mountains here.
What is the total elevation gain and loss?
Total gain is 15,000 meters or 45,000 feet.
Okay, that's a lot.
And the loss is like 13,000 meters.
Oh gosh.
So,
oh my gosh. Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh. What a fun race.
I know, right? So what are you training for?
I do the JFK every year.
Okay.
This will be my 4th year that I'm doing it, but it's not till November. I don't have any races on the docket at the moment. But I'm thinking about doing the Hat 50 and the Cat 50. So the Cat 50.
I'm doing the cat.
Are you?
Yes.
I might see you there.
Yeah, you should do it.
It's gonna be hot.
Well, it's 2 weeks earlier this year, so it might be not as hot.
We'll see. Well, it could be right in the very middle.
Yeah.
So we'll see
Yeah.
about that.
Cool.
The Hat 50 is in about 5 weeks. So,
Okay. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
familiar
have
with
you
that
heard
one.
of it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So, we'll see. Well, I haven't signed up for any of them because I've already done a ton of ultra marathons and I'm getting so old. And I'm just tired.
You
I'm
don't
just
look
tired all
old.
the time.
Yeah, you don't look old, but
Well,
you know.
by the time the races come around, I'll be 52. So it's getting time to like maybe do biking.
Oh, come on now.
We'll see.
I ran. There's a 70. I think he said he was 79.
Okay.
And he beat me by 15 minutes at the Hone Quarry 40 miler because he and he lives and so I don't know if you've heard of Hone Quarry. It's down near Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Okay.
It's a 40-mile race with 8,000 feet,
Yeah.
and
Oh, man.
there's one section that's like a 4,000 climb all by itself.
Oh, that's
So yeah, so really I look at it, you look at the profile, and it's actually like 25 miles up and then 15 down. So you're really doing all of it 25. And he was running with me for a while. His name's Coop. He was running with me for a while, and I was like, oh man, like you've been doing this a long time. He's like, oh yeah, for a long time. So where are you from? Because you're like killing these mountains. And he says Salisbury.
Really?
Yeah. And I said, what are you talking about? And I asked him what his workout routine was. He says he goes to the gym and he does 40 minutes on the treadmill to warm up,
Okay.
and then he'll get on the stair stepper
Oh yeah.
and he'll
Yes.
climb.
The quads.
He'll climb for like 4,000 feet on the stair climber, and then he'll get off and he'll run like another hour.
Okay, well now I
So,
feel bad about
yeah.
my life.
No, that's meant as motivation.
No,
As
I know.
motivation. You could keep going forever, but views like this are.
I dig it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
this
about
is.
to take a picture. I see this almost every day. So this is my normal. I run
Okay.
just like 4 miles out and 4 miles back, just to the 40 parking lot right
Yeah.
there
Mhm.
in South Mountain Inn. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's
this
where.
is my daily. My boyfriend
Nice.
actually started at 40 and went north today, so he's doing 40 to 40 40, which is 10 miles.
Okay.
I'm not doing 10 miles. I gotta go to work.
Okay.
Do you have social media, YouTube?
So I'm just getting started.
Okay.
I figured, why not kind of docu-series my
Yes.
adventures and
Yes.
training and train and try to figure out how to get this recording going well for the races, right? Because I really want to have memories of Transalpine when my memory starts to fade.
Yes.
So I'm just getting started, but the channel is Checkpoint Running on YouTube.
Okay, Checkpoint Running.
Checkpoint Running.
Okay.
This might actually be my first upload. I've tried to get the camera and everything set up for the last couple of weeks, and I wasn't perfectly happy with how it went. So this today, I'm hoping today get some really nice footage, and I think I will because the climb is steep, and so it's not too much running, and I think I've got the camera settings dialed in.
Okay,
So.
wonderful. Okay, well we're gonna look you up. Billy
Cool.
and I, he is Cloud Splitter, and I'm Spice. Like that's
Okay,
my name, but
yeah.
that's my trail name. He's Billy Cloud Splitter.
Okay.
So we'll follow you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he ever do the Cloud Splitter race?
I have done it.
Yeah.
He did not. So we own a coffee company called Cloud Splitter Coffee.
Okay.
And I went down there to run the race because it's our name, right?
Yeah, right.
And I have never DNF'd except for that race.
Oh.
So it was.
What distance did you try?
Well, I was trying for. It was gonna end up being like 70 miles. It was supposed to be like 60 something, 62 miles.
Yeah.
100K.
Yeah.
But I rolled my ankle so hard when I was all the way down in part of the horseshoe.
Yeah.
And it took me 2 hours to go. Not even.
Because that's the biggest climb is coming back out of that horseshoe.
God.
Yeah.
And I rolled it so hard that I could barely walk.
Oh no.
I could barely walk. So I DNF'd at 42 miles.
Okay, that's still amazing for that race.
It was still
that is a challenging race.
That is so slippery and rocky and rooty and mossy, and it wasn't like the elevation or the difficulty as far as like strength or endurance. It was the footing.
Yes.
I slipped so many, and everybody around me was falling like bowling pins. They were everywhere.
Yeah, part of the reason I've been filming this is, and I've been remarking, I'm like, if you're like not from the East Coast, this looks not like running. Yeah.
No, we crewed and paced our friend Jeremy out at Leadville, and I was like, this is sweet. Right. One thing, but the trail was like groomed. It's like they got out there with a paper. And then we ran Black Canyons last year.
Okay, yeah.
Out in Arizona.
Yep.
And it was such a gorgeous run. And my only problem, it wasn't the trail, wasn't the problem. I got attacked by cactus twice, and they were sticking out of me. that was on
different challenges in different parts of the world. Yep, yeah.
And it wasn't hot that day, thank goodness. It was nice and beautiful. But yeah, in Leadville, I was like, okay, I can't breathe, but this trail is amazing. Yeah. It was easy. I wasn't tripping or anything.
Yes.
But here, everybody thinks, the Maryland portion of the AT is like flat. Well, no, it's not. And, it's groomed. No, it's not.
Right.
It's not Pennsylvania.
Right. It's not Pennsylvania, but it's not.
It's not the CNO either.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like the technical, it keeps it interesting.
It does keep it interesting, and you have to pay attention. You cannot dive in. There's just none of that.
Yeah.
Well, it was
awesome.
Really nice talking to you. All right. Good luck on your run today. I'm almost done, so I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
And I'll look you up. I'll come and
find
you.
That's awesome. Yeah. Like I said, no videos up there yet, but hopefully this will be the first one, and then we'll see how it goes. So cool.
All right,
thanks.
Care.
Take care, Space. All right. She was really nice. All right. So yeah, up here, look at this view. I wish it were not overcast today. Like if it was bright and sunny, this would be amazing and gorgeous. Look at this. All right. Well, after talking for a little bit there, starting to get a little cold, a little chilly. So we're going to go ahead and keep on running down. But thank you for joining me here. Hopefully you like this nice little overlook. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.